Hey love, welcome to Spirit Guide Tarot, the place where we fall in love with life. Thanks for joining today. My name is Anya Light. For those of you who don't know me yet, hello, nice to meet you. Have you ever been so tired that you get slap happy? That is the vibe that I'm in today, so it should be interesting. I was kind of like all day today thinking about the High Priestess. Like that card kept popping into my head and I was like, okay, I have to make a video. I wasn't planning on doing a video today, but here we go because I felt like I needed to talk to the collective that inspired this repetitive thought of this tarot card in my head. Okay, so let's dive in. So the message that was coming through is that I am talking to a bunch of high priestesses. Now, gender doesn't matter. It's about the energy of the cards. So for those of you guys who are tarot experts already, you know the high priestess, but just a little overview of that card. It's intuition. I'm talking to some people here today who are highly, highly, highly in tune with their intuition. And a message started coming through that was saying that you are learning to see beyond illusion. And if you happen to entertain illusion for a very short period of time, it is only for a very short period of time. Like it might be 5 minutes, it might be 5 hours, right? Maybe like at the max 5 days, you might be considering or like investing your time and energy into something false, something illusory, something a waste of your time and energy, but like how quickly you pop out of it now is the message that I was getting. And the people that I'm talking to today are, I want to give you guys a high five. Okay, actually, let's do a high 10. Did you get that? Okay. The high 10 is because I feel like something has clicked into place really recently where you are fully embodying your soul mission. You are not effing around anymore. You're not playing games. You're not wasting your time. You're not wasting your energy. Yeah, sure. You still are working through stuff. You're a human, like all of us. Like you've got your goals that you're working through. You've got your vices, you've got your little addictions, the little patterns, little habits, but those addictions and patterns and habits are really like not that significant. You know that in time, like you feel confident that you will be able to dissolve them entirely. It's just a matter of staying the course, staying on path. So the collective that I'm talking to today feels extremely advanced. And sometimes, from video to video, I feel like I'm talking to different stages of the spiritual development. So today, I feel very honored to be talking to people who have been doing this a while. You're not new to the spiritual game, the spiritual path, and you are fully surrendered to whatever it takes to get the job done. Plain and simple. All right, so let's look at some tarot cards and see what other messages are coming through for you today. Oh yes, King of Cups. This card is about trusting the universe. It's about a leap of faith. It's about basically jumping out of an airplane with just a parachute on your back and trusting that you're going to fly through the air safe and sound. You're not going to crash to your death. Everything's going to be okay. Like everything's going to be okay. And you have so much more faith and trust, not necessarily in people or situations, but you have faith and trust in yourself. And what do I mean by yourself? I mean capital S self. The big self, the self that's connected to all things, all beings, the self that recognizes that you are divinity walking around in form. How do you like that? that's you. I feel like this reading today is going to be a giant congratulations. That's the vibe that I'm getting. This is fun. Yeah. If you haven't already done so today, you want to do something with me? Okay, ready? Set, go. Okay. Give yourself a big congratulatory hug. And I mean, really do it. Really do it. Like, pause the video if you need to. And just feel yourself hug yourself. It's a practice that I love to do. I learned recently that because I've always been a big fan of massages, of getting massages, and especially knowing that oxytocin is produced, that wonderful chemical in the brain that is the love chemical that, you know, when people touch you, it creates oxytocin, that physical skin-to-skin contact. But I recently found out, and I don't know, I didn't do extra research, but it did strike me as true, so I just believed it. But I read this article that basically said that oxytocin is also produced when you touch yourself, which would make sense for all of you energy workers out there, like Reiki practitioners, healing touch practitioners, that when you give yourself an energy healing session, it creates the same feeling. It's the oxytocin. So it literally... I suppose what that means is the body does not differentiate between someone else and yourself touching, like receiving that touch. So anyway, side note, I'm a little loopy, as I said. And I decided recently I'm going to start making more videos just in all different kinds of moods so you guys can see me. You know, this channel has been going for only a month so far, but I have been getting such beautiful feedback from so many of you, so many wonderful comments, and I just thank you for taking the time to let me know what's resonating with you through leaving detailed comments. Like, you guys can write as much as you want to me in the comments. Please keep it coming, because this helps me feel into the energy of who's here and who's joining this collective. This is a new channel, but already it's starting to feel like we're starting to come together into a particular frequency, and that's really exciting for me. Before this channel, for years and years, I facilitated lots of in-person collective gatherings and groups and stuff, but this online thing it's pretty magical. So anyway, thank you so much for those of you guys, by the way, who are leaving comments, hitting the like button regularly. Like, all that stuff helps me pour more energy into this channel. And truth be told, I would like to put even more energy into this channel, more resources. So, and on that note, and then I'll get back to the cards in just a minute. Just give me one more minute for this little announcement. My birthday's coming up. My birthday is April 11th. Okay. So in about a weekish, it's coming up, and I want to offer you guys a birthday present from me to you. So some of you guys have been like messaging me and saying, I want to reach out soon to book a reading with you, a private reading. So if you've been like thinking about it, now is a really good moment. So if you reach out to me between now and my birthday, April 11th, okay, I will give you a big discount. I'll give you $43 off your private reading, 43 because that's how old I'm going to be. So $43 off your one-on-one private reading. In order to reach out to me, the link is right below. It's the first thing you'll see in the description box. Just anytime, if you reach out to me between now, anytime between now and April 11th, I'll give you that discount. But we will schedule it for later out in later April or early May, but just reach out now between now and April 11th. Okay, enough of that. Let's continue with the cards. Yeah. Eight of Wands, forward momentum. Okay, I feel like you're in this space, similar to me in my life, where all you want to do lately is just preach the good word to others. You just want to like share. You want to talk about the magic of life with your friends and family and loved ones and neighbors and basically anyone who will listen. Maybe you're on social media a lot. Maybe you have like crowds of people that you regularly interact with. I mean, your soul mission could be you work in a seemingly matrix-like office, but the universe has placed you there so that you can speak to your company and help create a new culture. help create new earth within that organization, right? So maybe on the outside, it might look like, you're getting like a paycheck to do some seemingly normal, job, but Spirit has guided you into this like perfect scenario where you have a lot of people listening to what you have to say. Maybe you regularly speak in front of groups. Maybe you are in charge of marketing and you have access to crowds of people who are listening to what you have to say. And you know that the way that you phrase things is very meaningful and potentially very transformative for people, right? Like if you were doing marketing, for example, how can you create uplifting information for people, but not in a skeezy, like gross old paradigm, like way? How can you infuse the new earth paradigm into this seemingly old company or like way of doing things? Does that make sense? And I know others of you guys out there are doing similar things as I am. You're artists, you're channelers, you're Reiki healers, and you're like more directly like just speaking out to everyone about, or more, I shouldn't say directly, but more obviously, you just putting it out there like no holds bar. So it feels like a really exciting time. I got the Magician card here. The Magician is telling me that you are weaving your magic into life right now and enjoying it. You're enjoying it. And you're like stepping back and you're just looking at your life. You're observing your life, sometimes with this beautiful detached, like almost like you're watching a movie, but it's your own life. And you're like, wow, this is really interesting. This is a good plot. I like this. So I feel that's, yeah, the sun has come out from the clouds and you're weaving your magic as the magician, as the rays of the sun energize you and energize your daily life. There's nothing stopping you at this point. There's nothing stopping you. Now, again, like I said, like all of us, we're all human. We're on this journey of evolution. So yeah, there's stuff you're working on. Yeah, of course, right? But the difference now, here's this, listen to this. The difference now is that when you do make mistakes, if we can even call it that, because really everything is divine destiny, but it appears that we're making decisions. So let's play that game. When you appear to make a mistake, you note it in your mind. You're like, could have done that better. All right. But you don't dwell on it. You're not like lashing yourself. You're not shaming yourself like you used to. You're giving yourself that unconditional love and support, and you're being gentle with yourself. And that's the difference now. Like I've noticed that for my journey. Like there's still areas of my life that I'm like, I keep making the same mistake. Like, what's up with that? But it's almost funny now. It's like humorous. It's like, oh, geez, there you go again, Anya, doing that thing. Instead of like, oh my God, you know what I mean? So, high 10 again. Bing. I got the sun card again. Let's see what else. Let's clarify that sun card. I'm actually going to use a different deck here. What does my beautiful viewer need to know about their journey, and why is the sun card here? Oh, nice. I see here with the slowing down card that you're doing more self-care than ever before. Retreating into your cocoon of self-care as much as you need to, not apologizing to anyone for your need for self-care, because at this point, it's a necessity. It's not optional. You're just like, yes, this is what I need, so I'm going to take it. It's matter of fact. It's like, yeah, whatever. So that's good. Because remember when you used to feel guilty about taking care of yourself? Yeah, that's not happening anymore. I'm also getting the participation card along with the celebration card, which is telling me that you're having fun working with others. You're co-creating with others. You're enjoying that process of co-creation, of partnership with others. You're aligning and attracting those who resonate with what you're doing in the world. You don't feel like you're on your own with things. Like maybe in the past you felt more on your own, like kind of you had a lot of burdens on your shoulders, but now it's like the work is kind of spread out. You know, there's others that you can turn to when you're in a jam, you know, when you're having kind of a stressful day, and just lean on them a little bit. You know, it's and it's not from like a codependent place. It's not from a place of anything negative. I mean, we're human beings. We were made to love each other. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. We were made to support each other. I remember even just a couple years ago, I used to feel guilty for reaching out for help. Maybe you can relate to this past way of being as well. It's like, I remember just like feeling like annoyed that I ever needed anyone for anything, you know? And when I say need, I kind of mean it in the sense of like, I don't know, some of you guys may know the practice of nonviolent communication, NVC, with Marshall Rosenberg, aka compassionate communication. The way they use the word need in that system of peaceful language is kind of what I'm getting at here. It's not like need, like craving in a negative sense. It's need, like just need, like we need food and air and water kind of a thing. It's like basic needs. So we have a basic need as human beings to help others fulfill their needs. We have a need to help others. We also have a need to be helped ourselves, right? So it's like the magic is when we can put ourselves in certain positions in life where we're that flow, giving and receiving and giving. It's like pretty balanced, right? So I feel like for you guys lately, it's like really been more balanced than it has ever been before, where it's just like, yeah, I take when I need from others, or maybe that's not the best way to say it. It's I request help when I need it from others, and they happily, usually are able to help me out, and I don't feel guilty, and I'm just grateful. And then, when others come to me with things that I'm good at, that I can serve and support them, I'm pleased to do it. I'm joyful, grateful to do it. It's not like, in the past when you used to try to give things that weren't really yours to give, and then you ended up depleting yourself, now it seems like you have more clarity on, okay, what are the things that I can give really super effortlessly? And in fact, when I give those things, I actually boost my own energy quite a lot. There were like in the past for me, lots of scenarios where I would just give and give and give till I was like empty. But it was often because I was giving the wrong things. I was trying to be like other people instead of being Anya. Right? So I feel like something is similar for you right now. It's like you're seeing like, who am I? Who am I in this incarnation? What are my gifts? What are my strengths? And then freely giving of those, right? Because it's fun, and then, just plain simple, not doing the other stuff, right? So that's amazing. You're awesome. Okay. I'll end with this card here. You've got the Star card, which is healing and wish fulfillment. This is interesting. This vibe I'm getting from the card is a vibe I've never gotten before in a reading. So this is special. The vibe I'm getting here, go out and wish on a star tonight. When it gets dark, whenever it gets dark where you live, go outside, look up at the sky, pick a star, the brightest star you can see, and wish upon a star. Wish upon a star. When was the last time you did that? Maybe you were a kid, or maybe it was last week and you're really cool. You're probably really cool and you do that all the time. But if that sounds good to you, I really invite you to do that. Just wish upon a star. Wish for something your heart longs for and desires, whether that's a new partner, whether that's more opportunities to be of service, whether that's insight about something in your life, whether that's more financial abundance so that you can more easily share in the world and not have to worry about bills, whether that is a place to live that resonates with you more. Maybe you're wanting more friends that live close by. Maybe lets your friends live, a little at a distance. I don't know, whatever it is for you. Like there's nothing that we need to be ashamed about to ask for, because we know that we are givers. If you're tuned into this channel and you've watched this video so far, you have a heart of giving and serving. Like that is you came here on purpose. And that was the message that started out here, why I jumped on here to record this message today, which is I was feeling like, yeah, these people, they're on their soul mission. They're on it. They're stepping into that soul mission. They're aware of themselves as souls, and they're aware that they have incarnated into this human form for a reason, to be of service, right? It's not a burden to be here. Now, yes, there are some days it definitely feels like it, right? We all have those days where we're like, oh God, oh God, right? Yes, we definitely have those, whether we get the flu or got to go to the dentist, whatever, you know what I mean? But for the most part, like, you're pretty aware, I chose this. I chose to be here. I have a sacred purpose and mission. You're not trying to escape. There's so many spiritual, religious people out there that are trying to escape this material reality. But you're not. You're here on purpose. You're here to serve, to share, to love everybody, to love yourself. And that is radiance. That's radiance. Radiant being. That's what you are. That's who you are. I love you guys. Okay, if you want to take advantage of that special birthday deal, again, link is in the comments below. Reach out to me, shoot me an email, say, hey, Anya, I want that birthday deal. I want a private tarot reading with you. And I'll say, awesome. Okay? Yeah, awesome. Go forth, enjoy life, and wish upon a star tonight. I can't wait to hear in the comments below what you wished for and whether it came true. I mean, it will, but let me know. Okay. I love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Bye.